wonder if I can see me. Let me see. Oh no, babe, it already went live and you can't even see me. Oh no, babe, it's like, well, it's not good. I can't even see it. This is not seeing well. Hey, babe, this is, can't see this thing. I don't see. Because I want to. God, like all these technicalities. Like it's not the light is not. Oh, I think I have lights. Let me see.
I don't have a light on.
That one. The light is not. What is it? Wonder if the light makes a difference. Oh, the light does make a difference. It does make a difference. So, yeah, the light makes a difference. But I don't know if it's like light is up. Yeah, yeah, for real. Jesus. Ooh. This is deep. This is deep. Are you ready? Can you hear me well or see me well or anything? Oh Lord. Yeah, let me get myself together. Huh? Can you hear me well? Huh? Can you guys hear me? Huh? Can you hear me? Can you see me good?
Yeah.
Can you see me good? Awesome. Tonight, the tea tonight is catching. Ooh. I'm telling you, someone is lying, someone is delusional, and someone is playing the game too hard. Tonight, we're going to be covering so much. We're going to be talking about the traitors and oh my goodness, what an ending. I'm telling you, what an ending. Oh my goodness, can I say, what an ending. And then also, we're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac, Karen, and all the chaos. I'm telling you, that was going on the Real Housewives of Potomac tonight. And then next, we are going to go over to where Married to Medicine because the tension was real. It was so real. I'm telling you guys. Are you guys ready? Like I always say, get your wine glass. It is going to be housewife style. Tonight, I am not what do you call it, drinking any wine. I am drinking water from Panda Express. Mm, mm. I'm telling you, I am so excited. I'm telling you, so excited. But before we start, I want to say welcome to Fabulous Annie Show, where we sip the tea and tell the truth. I am your girl, Fabulous Annie. So excited to bring you guys all the juicy tea. I'm telling you, it is so fantastic. Did you guys, before I start, did you guys watch The Traitor? The last episodes of The Traitor, what do you call it, season 4? Did you guys watch it? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. It was no joke. It was no joke, I'm telling you. It was like a chess. I'm telling you, it was like a chess, a well played chess. Did you guys? But first of all, before we even start, Seb, who did you guys expect to win? Let me just put it like that. Did the person that won the traitor, did you guys? I hope there is no spoiler alert here. I hope nobody has not seen the end of the traitor because I gave enough time for everybody to watch it because I was going to talk about, I'm going to talk about it. Like Lisa Rada said, you best believe I will talk about it. I'm telling you, it was the best chess game ever. I'm telling you, Rob is going to go down in history. But even though he was nervous, I was nervous. I bet you, everybody was nervous. I'm telling you, it was the best played game ever. It was great. I'm telling you, like exactly, it was great. It was so fantastic. It was so well played. Like he was nervous. I was nervous. Everybody around me was nervous. We were watching it because the game. So the game rested on one person, Mia. It was that one person that had the ability to change the game because it ended with five people. Five people. I'm telling you, the two Olympians, the two skater Olympians, excuse me. And then also that was, I think it's two skater Olympians. I think it was John and Tara. And then also Mia. And then we had Rob. And then we had Eric. They were the five people that were left on the game. That's what I'm saying. And let me tell you something, guys. Oh my goodness, it was a well played chess for real. Like they were all sitting down there. They were like, okay, we what they call it? We are gonna vote someone off. You know what I'm gonna vote someone off. And then they were all like, playing their little games and everything, like talking to each other, like, oh, we're gonna get rid of Eric. We're gonna get rid of John, we're gonna do this. I think John is a traitor. I think Eric is a traitor. I think this and that. And nobody guessed the snake. Ah! The snake was just like, the snake was just he was just playing the game. He was just playing the game like, oh my goodness, oh Lord Jesus. It was so fantastic. I'm telling you. It was so fantastic. Like I was there, I was like, oh my goodness, my heart, like I was like holding myself like this. I was like, Jesus, oh my goodness, Lord, what is gonna happen? I was so worried, I was so scared and everything. And then they were like, okay, what are we gonna do? So at the end, they had the round table, and then what's his name? Alan came, and then he said, well, if there is any traitor left, they take the whole money, and they had won 220,000 US dollars. You know what I could do with 220,000 US dollars? I would be in California on the beach house, investing it or doing more stuff. I don't even know. I'm telling you, it was so fantastic. Oh my goodness. I was just watching it, and then they decided, okay, they were going to vote out somebody. All of them were like, okay, we're going to vote out Eric. It was Eric, like Eric is a traitor. I'm telling you, Eric is a traitor. I mean, everybody was tensed up. I'm telling you, it wasn't an easy win at all. It wasn't an easy win at all. And I don't think anybody should feel like if they were stupid, because Mia said she felt like she was stupid, whatever. I was like, girl, no, don't ever feel that way. It was a game. It was well played. It was well entertained. We felt the tension from our sitting rooms. We were just sitting down there. It was the best ending ever. But let me tell you what happened. So they all this and decided that they went to the round table, and then Alan came and did his little talk, with his fashion and everything, and then they all sat down there and they were like, they wrote on their little pad, and then they wrote, it was John. As soon as John went out, I knew that Rob was going to win. I knew. I was like, definitely Rob's going to win. But then they now decided, like they throw different colors of cards inside, different cards in a fire, and then if it's red, it means that they want to revote again. If it's green, that means they're okay with it. You know what I'm saying? So after they got rid of the ice skater who was John, who was partner with Tara, because they were like, they have to be like Tara and John have to be the how I put it, Tara and John have to be the traitors. You know what I'm saying? So they now decided, okay, no, they were going to separate them. You know what I'm saying? Because they were like, why is it that when they first came into the place, they were pretending like they didn't know each other. Then after some they were like, oh no, we know each other, and they're all holding hands, all sorts of things they're doing. They were like, well, they are the traitors. They must be traitors. And then they were trying to tell everybody, no, we're not traitors. But they were like, well, your best friend tell you that you're a traitor. You already signed sign all these documents. So the document, with the signing the document, you cannot tell any person that you are a traitor. They have to play the game. So it was amazing. It was so amazing. And then after they finished getting rid of John, they were like, they were like, so they had a grouping again talking about it. They were like, okay, we're gonna get rid of Eric. And then what's his name? Rob told Mia, she was like, well, Mia, let me tell you something. We're gonna get rid of Tara, and then we're gonna get rid of Eric, and then me and you are gonna go. They made a pinking promise. They were like, me and you are going to go to the end. You know what I'm saying? I was like, girl, they're playing you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, girl, they're playing you. Like I wish we could scream through the television, like, girl, they're playing you. Girl, do not listen to them at all. You know what I'm saying? And then what else happened again? And then meanwhile, Rob had already talked to Eric and told Eric that he and Eric, they are going. They didn't do picking promise, but he was like, told them we're traitors. They were like, okay, we're gonna get rid of Tara, and then we're gonna get rid of Mia, and then two of us are going to be the ones to share the money. You know what I'm saying? And then, oh God, I always want to say, how stupid could you be? Like, Eric, you already saw what's his name, Rob, get rid of two traitors. What's her name? Lisa Rena, the legend, Lisa Rena, and also Candice. I mean, how do you think you was something special? Like that, they don't get rid of you. Like, come on, boy. Like, wake up. What do you think? You know what I'm saying? So it was like I was just, and then Eric was so sure. He so trusted them. He was like, he so trusted Mia and Rob. He was like, he said they're not going to disappoint him. They're all going to go to the end, and he's going to share the money with Rob. I was like, boy, Rob got rid of two traitors. Do you think he's not going to get rid of you too? Oh God, it was something else. So then they went again. After they finished, they were like, okay, they're going to get rid of Tara. So Rob, all was, so they not threw in the fire, threw the thing. I mean, Alan threw in whatever their vote was. And then it was like red, coming out red. So that means they had to revote again. Then they got rid of Tara, and Tara was like, because when they got rid of John, Tara was like, I'm going to fight for my friend. I'm going to make sure that everybody, like, he's whatever was not in vain, different things like that. I was like, girl, please, get bye, girl, bye. So then they went again. They got rid of Tara. So when they got rid of Tara, Eric, you should have seen Eric. Eric was like, he was like, yes, they're going to do exactly what Rob promised. So we're going to get rid of Mia, you know what I'm saying? So Eric was really like, oh, then what he was doing was that they were not going to do the thing again. So that means him and Rob will get to share the money. But guess what happened? By the time they threw Mia's card into the fire, it was what? Red. And then next minute, they threw Rob's own in there. Red. And then I think they first threw Eric. Eric was green. So Eric was green, and he was sitting there. He was very happy. He thought that Rob was going to do the same thing, and everybody was going to do the same thing because that's what they agreed to. You know what I'm saying? And then next minute, they threw Mia's own inside there. It was red. And then they threw what's his name? Rob's only there, and then it was red again. Oh, like it was red. And then he looked at all of them. He was like, I trusted you guys. I was like, boy, have you not heard that you are on the Traitors? What do you think the Traitors is all about? It was so hilarious. And then they voted Eric out. And then Eric was like so mad. He was so angry, but he couldn't say anything because like he leaves and they can't tell whether he's a traitor or not. You know what I'm saying? So he left and he was so mad. I don't know what he said, whatever. And then next minute, they were like, okay, they can't vote anymore because there's no two of them. It was Rob and Mia. So Mia, they asked Mia first, was like, are you a traitor or not? So Mia was like, she said this long sentence and all sorts of things, and then she was like, I've always been a faithful. So then after she said that, then it was Rob's turn to say something, and then Rob was standing there, and Mia was like so certain. That girl trusted Rob. I've never seen someone that you met only 8 hours ago. You trust that person so bad because the person was on Love Island. You don't even know this cat, and then he betrayed his traitor, but even though she did not know he was a traitor, she thought he was a faithful. So like they were like, so when Rob came to Rob's turn, Rob was saying all sorts of things, and then he said he was a traitor. So Mia thought that he was lying. So she was like, oh, he was bluffing. And then she was like waiting for him to say, oh no, I am not a traitor. And then she was like, no, I'm telling you, I am a traitor. Oh, that girl, that floor could have opened so that it can swallow her because she believed him so bad. She trusted him so bad. I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. And then she told him, she like put a curse on him and told him like there will be no girl that will ever trust you ever. You know, something like that. After what you did to me. And meanwhile, she had told us all along that she had men who cheated on her. I'm telling you, I was like, girl, you trust. Lord, your level of trust. You just met this guy 5 seconds ago and you already trust him fully just because he's on Love Island with you. Oh my goodness. I was like, God, she felt so bad. She felt so bad. Rob said he felt so bad, but I don't believe him at all. And the next minute, he's like outside there, like putting his teeth to the goal, like this, you know, like talking about, oh, he's going to go and marry a country girl and then have a farm and have kids. I'm like, boy, if I were you, I will not do any of that because guess what? If they watch your show, they will play you like the way you played everybody. But you know what about him? He was such a smooth operator. He was like this, like this. He was just like this, like moving around, using all his sexiness and all his snake thing and all his overall and whatever he was doing to charm everybody. I'm telling you, like everybody wanted to be in his pants. I'm telling you, like everybody, including the host of the show. He said that Rob was his future baby daddy. I was like, boy, Rob can give birth. I mean, future ex-husband. I don't even remember what he said. I was like, everybody wanted to be in Rob's pants. I'm telling you. So they would just allow him to slide like that, to do the snake move for them, like, it was hilarious. Then after that, they had the reunion, the reunion, and then they brought everybody back. Oh my goodness, it was a nightmare. Oh God, it was a nightmare. I'm telling you, it was a nightmare because we see they bring Rob, and then they brought I think they brought Rob and they brought Mia back, and Mia was still upset. Meanwhile, this filming took place like I think allegedly probably last year May. And then this was like the first time that they are seeing each other. You know what I'm saying? Mia was still mad. And she was like, you promised that you were going to buy me a Birkin bag. So you better buy me a Birkin bag. And then they were asking people like, how much a Birkin bag? And people were like 10,000. I was like, no, I don't think there's any Birkin bag that's 10,000. I think it is probably 12, 18,000. You want a good one. You know what I'm saying? Do you guys think that Mia deserve a Birkin bag from Rob, or should he not give her anything because it was a game? Do you understand? What do you guys think? Do you guys think he should give her a Birkin bag, or you guys just think it was just a game and he played the game so well? What do you guys think about that? You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think about it? I'm just wondering. What do you guys think about it? Should he give her a Birkin bag? You know, I don't know how much he's gonna get at the end. If he gets half of it, it's probably gonna be like 110,000 and 110 and thousand. Oh, you think he should give her a Birkin bag? I think so too, and I think there is spark between Mia and Rob. Do you guys think there's a spark between Mia and Rob? I think there's a spark. I think that Rob is making a mistake because guess what Rob was saying us? Rob told us that he is already he's already bulled up. I'm like, Rob, bulled up, kid? No, you don't need to be bulled up at all. He was like, he's been going out with this girl for 2 months, and he's thinking about how he's going to be having a bunch of babies, and they're working towards getting married, and then they're going to be in a small farm. And I was like, Rob, please, Rob. And then Andy Cohen, the shadiest of them all, he was saying like, what? You met a girl after you won the show? Boy, he was like, you better look very well. She might be trying to play you like the way you played everybody. Do you guys think the girl probably watched the show? But even though, I don't know, maybe he must have told the girl that he won the show because we found out recently, but he knew he won the show like months ago in May or June or whatever, do you think the girl is liking him for who he is, or is liking him because he won the show and has some money? What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? To me, I was like, boy, there's no need for you to be bulled up right now. You are at the peak. You're supposed to be probably next bachelor. You know what I'm saying? You need to play that game with all those girls. You know that he needs to be the next bachelor. He needs to be on Dancing with the Stars. He needs to be. I mean, this boy, this the universe has opened up for him. That's what I feel. This is not the time for you to get settled down, booed up. Even Mama Kelsey wanted him. She was like, even though because he probably wants kids. I mean, why she's 75 years old. I'm like, Mama Kelsey, not Mama Kelsey. I was like, calm down, Cougars. Calm down, Cougars. She was like sitting right next to him, like, boy. I was like, calm down, Cougars. Calm down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody wants to be in this boy's drawers. I'm like, what? Oh my goodness. It was something else. Then next thing, Lisa came out, and Lisa was talking about, and then they had is this his name is Yummies or whatever is the remember the one that said that is Lisa. She kissed me on the cheek. Is Lisa? He was there. And Lisa was like, I don't kiss anyone. And then the housewives were telling her the truth. Lisa doesn't kiss anyone. She gives air kisses, she was like, maybe you were the one that kissed me, not me. I give air kisses. And then, they couldn't really prove it because I thought they were going to rewind the tape for us to see actually whether Lisa actually kissed the guy or whether, whether it was like his imagination or whatever, because he seemed like he wants to be a housewife so bad. I'm telling you, I was like, you guys just give him a role or something. He should be one of the housewives, makeup artists or something so he'd be on the show because it seemed like his dream is to be with the housewives. I was like, oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? And then there was a big chaos. I'm telling you, a huge chaos. Oh my goodness. Who the most hated not traitor, the most hated faithful ever. Do you know what I'm talking about? Michael Rappaport, for real. Oh my goodness. Michael Rappaport was something else on that show. He was someone that we've seen so many times on Watch What Happened Live. We have seen him on Watch What Happened brag about the housewives. He knew every tiny little bit about every housewife show. And then he gets on Traitors and he's like, pow, 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 at all the housewives. Can you believe that? He was trying to get rid of all the housewives. And I'm like, boy, you're supposed to be one of the housewives. Like, you go and watch What Happened Live, and you always talking about all the housewives show, but you come on the Traitors to try to get rid of them. What are you doing? So he had a showdown with Portia Williams. Portia Williams was telling him, no, boy, you lost your integrity. Should I spell it for you? And Mike Rowe was like, shh, 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 shh. When I'm talking, you don't talk. I was like, boy, this is called the Traitors. We all talk here. This is not the Housewives reunion. You've never even been to a Housewives reunion. Like, boy, I was like, Portia, step back. Let me deal with him for you. I was like, what is going on here? It was messy, boot. I'm telling you, Mike Rappaport. I was like, boy, is this how you are in real life? You're not gonna get a job. You can get along with anybody. For real. Who do you think you are? I mean, it was terrible. It was terrible. He was saying the house like shh, 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 all sort of nonsense. And then oh my goodness, something else I noticed too. They talked about Lisa, how Lisa killed the what's her name, the housewives from Dubai, Caroline. And then she was like, she was talking to she said she owns every little bit of it. That she gave Caroline a great debt. I was like, girl, you murdered so bad. You murdered the housewives. Like Lisa was another one that went after the housewife. She voted for Portia to be off, and then also killed Caroline in broad daylight. Are you hearing me? Broad daylight. She killed Caroline. I was like, and then she was like, I gave her a good death. I was like, girl, no, you didn't. That death was memorable. If you watched it, that death was memorable. Oh, she told that, and then she told, Lisa told, Caroline told her, I was like, I'm gonna see your broken, and then Lisa said, no, you won't. That's what she said. She said, you go back to Dubai. I'm sending you back to Dubai. It was fantastic. It was juicy. It was good. Lisa, I tell you, Lisa is legend. I'm telling you, she's legend. By the way, I am excited about buying her book. I already found it on Amazon. So I'm going to go look at it. And the book is titled, You Better Believe I'll Talk About It. I want to read it. I want to read about all the juicy little bit that she had to say about the housewives. I'm telling you, all the juicy little bit, I will be reading it and I will tell you guys more about that book. I'm telling you. They said she named names. She said a lot of stuff. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to see it. I'm telling you. But it was amazing. It was really amazing. And then also, she like talked to Colton, Lisa. Rena talked to Colton. I was telling Colton, like, why did you say you wanted to hold me hostage? And then Colton was like, he was trying to explain what he said because he said he wanted to be recruited by the traitors because he knew they were going to have to recruit somebody at one point, that he knew that Lisa was a traitor. But what he said, which kind of was somehow, because it could probably strip Rob of his winnings, because he said that Rob told him that Lisa was a traitor. But the way he explained it, I don't know, they let it go. But for me, I was like, well, Rob probably told. But one thing about it is a Colton. To me, I felt like if Rob told you that Lisa was a traitor, how did Rob know? Did you ask Rob if Rob was a traitor too? You know what I'm saying? If you had asked Rob if Rob was a traitor, Rob said yes, he was a traitor, then I bet you he did not go according to the documents that he signed. So that way they should have stripped him of his winnings for real, because he went and confided in somebody else, you know what I'm saying, or told somebody else what was going on. I don't know. But that was a little bit of a commotion over there. And Candace was when I brought it up, and she said that was what she heard from Colton. That's what Colton said. And then Candace, oh my goodness, admitted that she lied to Porsche, lied when Portia said that Michael Rappaport said that they should get rid of the housewives, put it in the housewife grave, and then really showed it that they really put it in the housewife grave or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was a fun reunion. I'm telling you, like all of them came all stylish with their different fashion and their different things and different, one person that didn't really have much to say or didn't even say anything, I think, was Mark. But I was like, wow, it was amazing. I enjoyed watching it. It was amazing. I'm telling you, it was, to me, one of the best traitors ever. And I was saying them, I want to be a traitor. I want to be on the show. I want to be on the show. I want to be, pick me. Because they are going to be having real people now on the housewife, on the real people on the next traitors. I'm telling you, if you haven't sent in your application, you better go get your application and send it in, because they are sending people, they are picking people to go on it. It is going to be fantastic. But that's what they were talking about, and I was listening to all about that, and it was exciting. Whatever. Yeah. Next, I'm going to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Hey, girls, come closer. Let me tell you what happened on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Oh my goodness. It was down to real TV. Let me tell you something. Real reality. Hey, I had to rewind it. I had to fast forward it, rewind it, fast forward it. I'm telling you, rewind it, fast forward it. It was so juicy. Let me tell you what happened. Come closer. Come closer. Get you a sip of your wine. This is unbelievable what happened. Let me tell you something. Unbelievable what happened. Hey, let me tell you what happened. What happened? You remember the last episode? Rachel took Kyle and Dorit, because she's trying to get them to make up. She took them to the Hamptons. So this episode started with her talking about we all need retail therapy. I was like, girl, pick me. I want to come too. Like I always tell my husband, I'm like, retail therapy is the best therapy. It is cheaper than real therapy. It is cheaper than real therapy. I'm telling you guys. It is cheaper. For real. They went to the real therapy, and I'm telling you, they were having a blast. Do you understand me? It was it was Rachel and Dorit. And then Kyle went next door to buy jewelry because Kyle didn't buy anything from the store. But Rachel and Dorit were like, oh my goodness, girl, has all your name on it. I was like, mine too. I want to be there. It was so amazing. I was like, they were trying on outfits and they were like, yeah, oh, girl, that is so you. Oh my goodness, this and that. I was like, I want to be there too. I want to be there. It was fantastic. It was so fantastic. I mean, guess what happened? Afterwards, what's her name? Rachel went to go and join Carl next door. And then Dorit, after trying all the outfit, like she came in with one outfit and like wore another outfit to leave. And then she put her card in. Denied! But the girl said it so well. She was like, "Oh, that one didn't go through. Let's try another one." I was like, "Yo, that is the best reality TV I've ever seen." I was like, "What? They aired that?" Oh my god, I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Welcome to real life, for real, real life." How many of people out there have ever been to the store and then you give them a card and then and then the card and it's like denied, declined. And then the people were like, "Oh, you try." They were very nice. That's so. The other people were like, like wait, when I go to my wig store, true life, true life. Sometimes when I'm out of I want to say out of the country, when I'm out of the states, I like I always like to get wigs from different states. That's how I do. So when I go to like a store, like I give them my card. And then next thing they please let me not front for you guys. Let me tell you for reality. Like I'll go to my local wig store. Sometimes I go there and I can make. I have two. I get greedy. Like I want all the wigs with me. I want to get this one, that one, the other one, the other one. I want all of them. And then by the time I get to the store, I like put my card and like maybe 100 goes through. And then the guy's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. Just try another card." I was like, "Okay, 20 year, 10 year, 30 year, 40 year, two." Oh God, all those Asian guys, they make you feel so good. They don't make you feel ashamed. They're like, "Oh, just try another card. Hey, listen, okay, you want 20 year? Oh, no worry. 30 this one, okay, 40 the other one, okay, 50 that one. Oh no, no, no. Okay, this one only has 10. Okay, that one has 20. I had a blast. I was like, no, I can't believe it. And then there go Doris. She's like, well, I am 3,000 miles away from home. So it is fraud a lot. I was like, girl, no, it's not. It is 5,000 US dollars that you charge on that card. And then it go through, girl. Just admit, like all of us, that you bought too many things and you didn't check your balance like most of us don't do. We go blindly into the store. And and then the people are like, "Oh no, it didn't go through. It didn't go through. You need to try another card." I was like, that was the realest of them all. I was like, "Oh, I'm done. I have had that is reality TV for real." I had a blast. I laughed my butt off. I was like, "Oh, girl, you were just like the rest of us." But then what else again happened again? I was thinking about different things. Oh, girl, let me tell you the scoop on Sultan's husband. Guess what happened? The tea is getting hotter. I'm telling you, I'm sweating now. Let me tell you what happened about Sultan's husband. Do you know who he's married to? He is married to Sultan's best friend. Hmm. Clap on that one. Do you know what I'm saying? They say click on that one. Can you imagine that you divorce your husband? No, 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 divorce self. He annulled their marriage. And then guess what? End up marrying who? Not even the girl far away, but no, her best friend. Swallow that tea. Swallow that tea. This is the same best friend you're gonna go. I mean, you're having problems with your husband. Like, oh, girl, he's not doing this. So, girl, he's not doing that. And then she's advising you. No, no, that she's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when the fire is burning, wait, and then you are telling her the story, and then she's like, made the fire bigger. She's like, leave him alone. Don't follow him. He's a butthole. He's a this, that. But meanwhile, guess what? She's the one that's following the guy. Sip on that tea. Hey, God. When I heard that, I was like, what? You were going to go and judge matter to your best friend. And then instead of her to be quenching the fire, she's like, she's there like adding more fire to it. She's there adding more fire to it. You know what I'm saying? And then ends up taking your husband. Are you hearing me? Oh, God. I was like, Lord, What is going on? I'm telling you, it was so juicy. I was like, God. And then you know what was so interesting about the conversation? She had this conversation with her present friend now, Jennifer Tilly, and then Jennifer Tilly brought a whole cat. Do you know what I'm saying? A cat, a porcelain cat. That's what she had, like a bag or something. I don't know. I was like, girl, what is excuse me, what is going on? She had a whole cat. She brought a cat to the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? A porcelain cat. That's what she had. I was like, girl, is that a bag or what is that? It was so fun. I was just like, what? But that was the point from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm telling you, it was, oh my goodness. But another thing again is that it was so I was like, there were so many aspects of the show. I was just laughing. I fell out. And then guess what? We found out also what happened to Rachel. You know what happened to Rachel? Hmm. Rachel's husband allegedly cheated on her and told her to his face. And then she's sitting there talking about with Carl. Like all I could watch was Carl's expression. Carl was just like giving us left, right, and center. I believe, no, it's not. Oh, what did you just say? She was just giving us different expression when Rachel was talking about. And then Rachel had the audacity to say that the man had never lied to her before. I was like, girl, this man cheated on you. You didn't even find out. He came and told you himself that he cheated on you and that he wasn't happy with you, that he was leaving you for the other woman. And you said he never lied to you before. Girl, you need to clean those lenses that you have. You need to clean your ear out too. It was no joke. I was like, what? What am I hearing? And you say he never, like, are you still in deception? Are you still not hearing what's going on in your life? What is going on here? And he's talking about, oh, he was a son of my parents. I'm like, girl, bye. Son of which parents? That's one thing about all these in-laws. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, they are the son of my parents. They're not the son of your parents. They are an in-law. For real. All that people's kids. When you true, you're true. Bye. Go where you're going. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm taking it personal now. Let me leave that myself. I have a lot to say about that. So now we have finished the traitor. We have finished the traitor. We have jumped over to what they call it, the Housewives of Beverly Hills. I've told you about all the juicy fun parts about the Beverly Hills. Now we're coming to tonight's episodes. Guys, oh my goodness, it was so awesome. It was so awesome to watch the Real Housewives of Potomac. And let me tell you something. My girl, Karen Hugel, did not disappoint. The Grand Dame was around today. Hey, the Grand Dame was around. And then she came in like coming to America. You know the way the wife of coming to America, came in this all fur coats and then putting it all like, coming out looking like this, like this. The Grand Dame was around. She is the juice of that show. Let me tell you something. I don't care how many women you bring on that show. The Grand Dame is the Grand Dame. She is the juice of the show. She walked in there talking about, did you guys miss me? I was like, yes, we did, girl. Come on. She was like, anybody take my seat? I was like, well, what's her name? Giselle tried to take the seat, but this seat threw her out. Oh. It was something else. It was something. It was something else. She came there and then she turned and looked at Stacey. She was sitting right next to Stacey and then right to Andy. She was like, Stacey, have you been lying this season too? Stacey could hardly say anything. and then she turned and looked at Wendy and they had it back and forth. And Wendy was talking about how, the Grand Dame wasn't her friend or whatever. Did you see? And she said, well, Wendy was never my friend either. Wendy betrayed me. You know what I'm saying? And then what the funny thing about it was so foolish was that in her statement, because I wrote it down, she said, look at it. She said that you know what I'm saying? She was telling Wendy, you know what I'm saying? She was telling Wendy that she felt bad about the women, the way her mom, people were calling that her mom was a witch. That's what she said. She was telling Wendy about that. And then meanwhile, Wendy went and took it saying that Karen called her mother a witch. I'm like, girl, you went with all your 4 degrees, don't understand English? Like she said that she was asking you a question about how you felt about the other women calling your mother a witch. And then meanwhile, you are putting the witch statement on Karen. I'm like, girl, with all your 400 degrees, you don't know what English language she spoke or what was going on. You know what I'm saying? It was just something because I wrote the statement down, but I was like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? But one thing that was puzzling to me about tonight's episode, I was like, Stacy is so convincing. Because I am worried. I'm wondering, is she really a liar like they say she is? You know what I'm saying? Because that girl standing her ground. She owns her stuff. She is like, I didn't lie about it. And then meanwhile, the episode started with Monique bringing this phone and showing proof that she had a conversation, something about that her what do you call it? Her husband had a. I don't know whether the husband allegedly had a conversation with Stacy or Stacy went to the husband to tell the husband that she was filming with her kids. You know what I'm saying? And then she brought this whole camera and the phone was showing everybody. And then but they couldn't edge. But people could you know what I'm saying? The people could hear the girls in the room, could hear it, with Andy. All of them, their expression was like, whoa, wow. But I couldn't really tell what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And Stacey said, I did not date Chris Samuel, whatever his name is. And they even showed a video of a picture of her sitting there next to him, but he was talking to some other people. He wasn't really talking to her. And she was like, I did not date Chris Samuel. He was in my company, but it wasn't like I was on a date with him. You know what I'm saying? But it was like confusing because like when the producer's camera was there, she was talking about why she was lonely when her husband left her or whatever. And then how she she felt company in Chris Samuel. So I'm like, girl, you are doing us like this, like 6'7", 6'7", 6'7", 6'7". Like, what are you trying to say? Where did you have a relationship with Chris Samuel? Was Chris Samuel? Did you sleep with Chris Samuel? What was going on? I'm like, I'm confused. Like, we still don't have the real story. You understand what I'm saying? We still don't have the story. And she stood there and she was like, I did not have a relationship with Chris Samuel. You know what I'm saying? Let us call Chris Samuel right now. But they refused to call him. I was like, why did you call Chris Samuel? Because when they had I think they had an issue with somebody. They called the person on the phone. I was like, so why didn't you call Chris Samuel to ask him? Maybe they needed Cherise there, so Cherise can call Chris Samuel. Maybe Cherise is the only one that is bold enough to call Chris Samuel. But they didn't even question how Cherise has the man's number, and the man is able to answer her immediately when she calls. You know what I'm saying? That could have been a different storyline. You know what I'm saying? They need to check Cherise, whether she's following Chris Samuel, they're pointing the finger at the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? So that was it. And then, Monique, whatever, her present there was a bit weak. I'm like, girl, if you want to join the cast, you better bring the old Monique back. I'm telling you. And then people were asking that, did the rehab change Karen? I'm like, Karen who? Change care? No, I think not the rehab, the jail or the prison sentences, whether it changed Karen who? I'm like, no, girl. It made her bold and fearless. It made Karen was not scared. Karen was on that show. She told Wendy that she was so glad when Wendy's mom told her to shut the what off. I was like, yo. This prison didn't teach you nothing. Instead, it made you bold. It made you more fearless. It made you the grand dame. I was like, what? I was like, what? Like, even Giselle was like, Karen. Karen was like, girl, leave me alone. Let me speak my truth. Karen is coming back on the show next season. I can bet you that. But I don't know if Monique is coming back on the show because Monique, I don't know, because I think she was kissing butt because she probably needs some money. And I was like, Monique, you need to bring back the Monique of last, whenever you started the show. I'm telling you. So it was interesting. I felt bad for Wendy because it seemed like the crime against her is really serious. And I'm telling you, Karen was telling her, girl, you need to keep quiet. You need to keep quiet, girl, because what we are reading about, allegedly, you might go to jail. Have you made provision for your kids? Who will take care of your kids while you are out there? You need to better start thinking about it because this is serious. It seemed like everybody was quiet, everybody was sad because it was like moms all got together, worried about Wendy. You know what I'm saying? So it was really something else, And then one thing I wanted to ask was like, do you think Wendy did it? Do you think Wendy staged an alleged burglary of her place? And then probably, but from what the curve is saying, allegedly that Wendy would buy stuff and she would go take it back. And then she alleged that the things were stolen, but meanwhile, she had already returned them. And then at one point, they saw her wearing a ring that she claimed was stolen, but she was wearing a ring on the show. I was like, Wendy, oh, Wendy, and your 4 degrees. The 4 degrees didn't teach you nothing. And then you try to play scam, like the way the Nigerians are allegedly known for scamming, girl, and you didn't even do it well. Oh God, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I was like, yo, you try to speak big English, yeah, yo. You came in dressed like Diana Ross, talking about this, that, trying to scold people and talk to people. I'm like, yo, you better start making arrangements, girl. And then she's talking about she don't know how her mortgage is being paid. I'm like, really, girl? You trying to prove a point in that show? Tell me that you don't know how your mortgage is being paid, that your husband takes care of everything. You don't stand with him to do the bills, girl. Teresa Judice hasn't taught you anything. I think every housewife, every wife, when Teresa went to jail, after her husband, I think every wife or housewife or whatever started focusing. They're like 1+1=2. Let me know where your account is coming from. Let me know what money is going on in this house. I was like, we are not going to jail with you. I'm telling you, I was like, wait, you didn't watch Teresa? You didn't watch what happened to her, girl. You're not that dumb, girl. No, I'm not saying Teresa is one. I'm not saying that. I'm just like, people like to create fronts, creates like, oh, I don't take care of this, I don't take care of that. Meanwhile, they're probably the one that is wearing the glasses, like calculating, doing it. 1+1 is equals to 2. But they come on national television and be like, I don't pay, I don't do anything, I don't do this, I don't do that, I am this and that. I'm like, girl, bye. I saw you, allegedly, this and that. I'm joking. But I was like, asking the question, do you really think Winnie did it? Do you really think so? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know. I feel bad for her. You know what I'm saying? So that was the show. It was all about own it, and everything. And then next week we see who else again came on the show. I can't remember who else came again. And I think they ended the show very quietly, very sadly, because everybody's worried about Wendy. You know what I'm saying? About whether she's gonna get jail time or jail sentences or something. And then her husband came on the show and gave her a kiss, which was rich, was so loving. I felt so bad for them. I really feel bad for them and her children and everything. Well, I think we crossed over to Atlanta. I'm telling you, I got on the road. I was like, call my private jet. Come on, George. We're heading to Atlanta to the Married to Medicine cast. I'm telling you. But you know one thing about it, when they first started the show, or going back to the Potomac, I didn't talk about this. When they first talking about started the show, it was so much talk about Carrie not owning up to her alcoholism. You know what I'm saying? That she's not agreeing to admit that she's an alcoholic. And Carrie said that it is her choice to agree or not. That's what she said. She said that her not agreeing doesn't mean that she doesn't take accountability for what she did and what happened, or that it doesn't mean that she's not going through the process of rehabilitation and all of that. I felt like if Andy Cohen was asking the questions that he forgot to ask when he interviewed her one-on-one, and then people told him, like, you didn't do a good job, you need to go back there and you need to question that girl better. He was hard on her. I'm telling you, I felt bad for him for Karen too. But Karen owned it. And she said, it is my choice to own if I'm alcoholic or not. And to me, using my medical knowledge, being the medical side of me, I was like, well, alcoholism is a disease. Let's not be too hard on her. You know what I'm saying? It is a disease. And one thing about it is that there's no shame in the game. Everybody has one disease or the other going on with them, so we should not be so hard on her. You know what I'm saying? It is a disease that deserves cure, medications, I mean, cure, and therapy and rehab and all those kind of things, to be able to clear out of it. But that's what I felt. Andy was being too hard on Karen, because people were probably being hard on him that he didn't do a good job interviewing her. So he came back and was like, Auntie Tammy, I'm going to answer all the questions that she didn't ask me. And that I didn't ask her, whatever. But she got good support from all the ladies, especially Monique was crying, talking about she is proud of Karen, and Giselle. Giselle was there for her friend. I'm telling you, Giselle, I think to me in real life, Giselle and Karen are like this. But on the show, they behave like if they're frenemies. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what they do, to cause all the chaos and everything on the show. But I think they are like this in real life. That's what I think. So, like I said, George, it's time for us to head to Atlanta. For what? Married to medicine. That's what I'm saying. Married to medicine. Oh, that statement I was thinking about, back to the Real Housewives of Potomac. Karen said people will attack your mother. Did people? I don't know how. I didn't write the whole full thing, so let me just leave it alone. But so heading to what do you call it, to the Married to Medicine. Oh my goodness, they are in Jamaica. They're having a couples trip, and some of them are not couples. Some of them they even bring their husbands. Some people couldn't even find their husbands to bring their husbands. Like Brandon, her husband wasn't there. She was talking about, that she has a nanny. Nanny has her own life. That the nanny has certain hours that she can spend with the kids before she abandons the kids. Like the way they run away from the kids too. I was like, girl, you run away from your 4 kids? That's because you don't discipline them. You need to discipline your kids that are running away from the kids. But that's the story for another day. Anyway. So she was talking about that her husband had only one day to come to Jamaica. I was like, that sounds unbelievable to me. I think that sounds like they're creating a drama or anything like that. But they were on the Jamaican, they were in Jamaica and whatever, having, and then Toyo came up with this, and then Heavenly is such a mess. Oh my goodness, Heavenly gets on my last nerve. And then she will come back and apologize for what? Oh my goodness. She was on Toyo's butt the whole time, talking about Toyo shouldn't be asking any person any question. Toyo has no right to ask any. I'm like, girl, sit down and keep quiet. I'm like, who is going to vote for you? Who? I won't even bring you my teeth to come and clean or do this and that. Girl, quiet inside the corner. Like Dr. Eugene said, time out. You need to go sit in the corner. You need to have a timeout, girl. What is wrong with you? And then her husband just sits down there like a mute. But let me tell you something. He's trying to play the good guy, but he's not being a good guy. He is not being a good guy to me. I think to me, he matches a heavily energy. He's just pretending. I'm telling you, he is just pretending. I bet you he can even get into a fist fight. For real. But something I noticed about the show this season, Dr. Eugene has developed his liver. He has gotten his liver back from wherever the liver was posted. Do you know that I noticed that he had tattoos too on both hands? I was like, who is this? Who is this? He was there. He did not want his wife to be insulted. He was getting into the women's matter with Heavenly. He was telling Heavenly to have several seats. Not directly, but he was telling his wife, he's like, no, I can't stand for this. I can't stand for this. Meanwhile, Dr. Damien was sitting at several places there, probably cracking up. His wife was a mess, I'm telling you. Oh, God. And then Toya, it seemed like the producers must have told her to hold her tongue. I'm like, why? Because Toya can match heavily. Oh, Toya fought. Is it not Maria she fought? Or was it Kwa? I don't remember. Toya is no joke. But it seems like Toyo is trying to pretend like all is good. Oh, I'm going to be peaceful. I'm not going to go back at it with Heavenly. But Heavenly is annoying. She is so annoying. Can they take her off the show? Oh, God, she is so annoying. I'm telling you, it is no joke. Oh, it is no joke. But I'm telling you, like Heavenly, oh, my goodness. Do you know when they went to the beach and they went there? And then why she was, even when Heavenly was there, like being escorted to this beautiful uh, dinner that Toyo had organized, she came, oh God, with an ROBF face. I think she suffers from ROBF allegedly. You know what ROBF means? Resting B face. That's what it means. I won't say the other word. I'm telling you. She was there criticizing everything. She's looking like she had smelled poop or something. I'm like, girl, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I cannot even imagine how her husband stands up. I'm like, girl, what is wrong with you? I'm telling you. And they were talking about love languages, and so, and Cecil and Simone didn't even know what their love language was. It was funny. They've been married for, but I don't even know if I even know what my love language, my love language, probably gift giving and vacations. Give instead of talking too much, booking flights to Dubai. That's my love language. Booking flight to Vegas. I want to go to Vegas. That's my love language. Oh, buying some red bottom shoes. That's my love language. But see, and then they asked Dr. Simone, what Caesar did for her that day. She said that when the people delivered her food to the hotel, he brought the food in and he told her to eat the food. That was his love language. I was like, girl, that is not a love language. That is not a love language. That is a parent, a father telling his daughter to eat. That is not love. I don't know. But it was just funny. It had people cracking up and stuff. I'm telling you, what else again went on in this scene again? Yeah, it was so much going on. I was just like, oh my goodness. I was like, Antonio kept on. And then, Dr. Mimi seemed like she found her voice. I was like, girl, what is going on with you? What is it that she had so bad for Toyo? Like, Toyo, oh God, I'm telling Toyo, wake up, girl. You don't need to impress any of us. You need to show us the Toyo that we know. Handle these two girls. Like, you need to handle Dr. Mimi and Dr. Heavenly. We need you to wake up, girl. You don't need to show us that because you are hosting the couples trip, you're trying to keep peace and calm when people are not giving you peace and calm. What does Medea says? You need to show no, let me not go there. Let me not go there. I don't let me not go there. But it was funny. It was hilarious. And then Dr. Mimi said that she was asking the ladies whether Toya was a safe friend. I'm like, yeah, what do you mean by that? A safe friend how? What do you mean by that? For real. Explain yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it was interesting. You know what I'm saying? It was interesting. And then some people were asking her, like, if you have been married, your thoughts should align. That was what Toya said. Your thoughts should align with each other, and so and so. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I think to me that, like Simone says with Dr. Simone, they don't really take things seriously. They just they probably young couple that got married. Some people take their marriage like so serious, like they have like a book they read, follow all the instructions and everything. I don't even know what my husband's love language is. I don't really know. When I come to think about it, and we've been married for 21 years now, I'm like, what is his love language? I don't really know. I bet you he knows what mine is. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was funny. Like I always say. And then also something else that happened on Married to Medicine was, oh God, Toya, everybody's fighting with Toya. Toya and Angel were at it too. Angel was talking about like Toya had no business in front of Dr. Brandy saying that Toya was looking for somebody for her. I was like, girl, Toya probably did you a favor. You don't understand. Because if that man don't want to put a ring on it and you still peddling in and out of his bed allegedly, Toya probably did you a favor, because Toya, for him to know that Toya is searching for someone for you, you probably should have played along with that, because that will make him make up his mind quicker. Because you were there at the end of the show complaining about, she was on Watch What Happened Live talking about she doesn't know what his mind is. That's why I said, girl, you should have played along with Toya. And then Toya, that would have told him to sit up. Toya was doing you a favor, girl. And then you were there talking about, oh, she was going to get on the girls' code. You should play along with her. And probably have the ring right now. You get it? You feel me? Yeah. And then it was just interesting, I'm telling you, I was watching, like, I'm like, Dr. Eugene, excuse me, what is going on? And then I heard that Dr. Eugene seemed like he has his whatever his money is really good, something like that. That's what I heard. Though. That's what Angel was saying. He said the Angel has an eye for Dr. Mimi's husband. She's like there, like, oh, that man is fine. That man is fine. That's what she is. I'm like, Mimi, you better watch out. Someone has an eye for your husband. She's like there, like, so girl, you better watch out. It was just interesting. Today's episode was so fun, and I was so excited seeing Dr. Eugene take a stand up for his wife. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like about them. Dr. Eugene and Toyo are amazing couples. Let me put it that way. One thing about relationship, couples have disagreement. For real relationship, couples do have disagreement. Let me tell you, they make up and they keep it going. That's what I say about Dr. Eugene and Toyo. They really know each other. They have their certain way of love. He stands for his wife. Did you see him? He was hitting his wife's butt? Yes. He stands behind his wife. He loves his wife. He will defend her till the roof, all the wheels fall off. I'm telling you, don't come for his wife. He doesn't play about his wife at all. That is so sweet to me. That is so amazing to me. Like I said, I always remind me about my husband. My husband is there for me, for real. Amazing guy. You know what I'm saying? So, like always, it's always amazing bringing you all these juicy scoops. And then I'm also going to show you, and tell you guys, there are more juiciness coming. I'm telling you, the Ladies of London premieres April 2nd. So keep an eye out for that. I will be watching that and I'll be telling you guys about it too. I cannot wait. I hope I'm able to understand what they speak, because they speak different, but we will see. It's going to be exciting. Also, on April 5th, The Housewives of Rhode Island, featuring Dolores, is going to be coming on. So I am going to be watching that too. I'll keep you guys posted about that. That is so much exciting things coming on. I'm telling you, so many exciting things happening. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, Bravo is so much about, like Lisa Rena said, audits. Everything you do, you need to back it up. You need to what? Own it. And that's what I'll leave you guys with. Own it. But we have some sad news also in the Bravo universe. Like I said, the Bravo universe. Yeah, Mary Cosby lost her son, sadly, and he's probably he has been having some issues going on and stuff. They talked about how he nearly took his life, I think, some time back, but he passed, I think, either this week or so. Yeah, it was sad. Everybody sent her their condolence and everything. I think they said the ambulance was called and his body was lifeless. And people are alleging that it was an overdose situation. So check on your loved ones, people. Check on your loved ones and help them out. One thing, like Whoopi always says on her show, we are all together in this world together. You're not alone. Reach out for help. Always reach out for help and get help if you need help. You know what I'm saying? You're not alone in this world. We are all in this world together. That's what I will tell you. So as always, it's been amazing being in your presence tonight. Join me next week, Sunday, for another delightful, adventurous, juicy, scorching hot tea, guys. I am going to be, as always, your girl, Fabulous Annie, host of the Fabulous Annie Show. I'll be here next week to bring you some more highlights, some more celebrity scoops, and then we can talk about many other things. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know what you want to talk about. We will talk about it. So, have a wonderful evening. See you next time. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. I think I probably have to press this button. I'm pressing. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. Bye, everyone. Good night. Have a fabulous week ahead. See you soon.